DFB 40093 Mobile Application Development. Today, we'll be talking about the first subtopic in Chapter 1, which is Getting Started with Android. In this video, we will talk about what is Android, the features of Android operating system. Then, we will identify the Android version. Android is now a decade old and the most popular mobile operating system in the world. You will find it on mobile phones, tablets, or even on TVs and in cars. So, what actually is Android? Android is a mobile operating system developed by the Open Handset Alliance, led by Google and other companies. Android is also an open source and Linux-based operating system, meaning developer can modify and customize the operating system for each phone. Therefore, different Android-based phones often have different graphical user interfaces (GUI), even though they use the same OS. Mostly, it is used by touchscreen mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets. On top of that, you will also find Android on TV streaming boxes and other portable gadgets such as Android Car Player. After learning what an Android is, let's see the features of Android. Android provides many interesting features, so let's discuss the basic features in Android. For the latter features in Android, I will provide another video for detailed explanations.
Android provides beautiful UI. Android also provides connectivity such as GSM, Edge, Eden, CDMA, eVideo, UMTS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, LTE, NFC, and WiMAX. Then, it provides storage such as SQLite. SQLite is a lightweight relational database used for data storage purpose. Next is media support. So the Android support H.263, H.264, MPEG-4, SP, AMR, AMRWB, AAC, HEAAC, AAC 5.1, MP3, MIDI, OGG Verbs, WAV, JPEG, PNG, GIF, and BMP. The next is messaging, such as SMS, MMS, C2DM, which is cloud-to-device messaging, GCM, which is Google Cloud Messaging. Web browser in Android is based on the open-source WebKit layout engine, coupled with Chrome version 8, JavaScript engines supporting HTML5 and CSS3. Wi-Fi Direct is a technology that lets apps discover and pair directly over a high bandwidth peer-to-peer connection. Then, it supports multi-language single direction and bidirectional text. Android also provides multitasking job where user can jump from one task to another task, and at the same time, various applications can run simultaneously. Android Beam is a popular NFC-based technology that lets users instantly share just by touching two NFC-enabled phones together. Okay, these are the general features that I can explain. We will discuss the features for the latest Android 11 or 12 in other videos. Now, let's talk about Android versions. The development of the Android operating system was started in 2003 by Android. Later on, it was purchased by Google in 2005. The beta version of Android OS was released on November 5, 2007, while the Software Development Kit SDK was released on November 12, 2007. The first Android mobile was publicly released with Android 1.0 of the T-Mobile G1, as known as HTC Dream, in October 2008. In August 2019, Google announced that they were ending the confectionery scheme and they used the numerical ordering for future Android versions. The first Android version, which was released under the numerical order format, was Android 1.0. Now, let's see the list of the Android version with codename and the version number.
Android officially published its Android version 1.0 in September 2008. It did not even have a cute codename. Things were pretty basic, but the software did include a suite of early Google apps like Gmail, Maps, Calendar, and YouTube. Next is Android version 1.5 Cupcake. On April 27, 2009, Android updated to 1.5 with the codename on the dessert item, which is Cupcake. Cupcake introduced numerous refinements to the Android interface, including the first on-screen keyboard that was supported by a third-party virtual keyboard. On September 15, 2009, Android 1.6 was released with the name Donut. Donut filled in some important holes in Android Center, including the ability for the operating system to operate on a variety of different screen size and resolutions. Keeping up the breakneck release pace of Android early years, Android 2.0 Eclair emerged just 6 weeks after Donut. Eclair was released on October 26, 2009. It was the first Android released to enter mainstream consciousness. Just 4 months after Android 2.1 arrived, Google served up Android 2.2, Froyo, on May 20, 2010. It contains several features such as speed, memory, and performance optimization. Android first true visual identity started coming into focus with 2010 Gingerbread release. It was released on December 6, 2010 with extra large screen size and resolutions supported. On February 22, 2011, Android 3.0 Honeycomb was launched as the first tablet for Android base. Honeycomb introduced a dramatical reimage user interface for Android. Ice Cream Sandwich was released on October 19, 2011. It was the last version to officially support Adobe System Flash Player. On June 27, 2012, Google announced Android 4.1, which is Jelly Bean, in the Google I/O conference. Android Jelly Bean continues the trend to enhancing notification options, including custom apps notifications. Android version 4.4 was announced as KitKat on September 3, 2013. Initially, its code name was Key Lampai, and the minimum required amount of RAM available to Android is 3.0 MB. The version of Android 5.0 was initially named Android L on June 25, 2014. It was officially introduced on November 12, 2014. Android 6.0 Marshmallow was disclosed under the codename Android M on May 28, 2015 for Nexus 5 and Nexus 6 phone, Nexus 9 tablet. But on September 5, 2015, Android launched Marshmallow for all Android devices. Android 7.0 Nougat first released as a developer preview on March 2016 with factory image for the Nexus device. Then the final preview build was released on August 22, 2016. Android 8.0 Oreo was first released for developer preview on March 21, 2017. The final developer preview was released on July 24, 2017. On August 6, 2018, Android version 9.0 called Pie was officially released. The most transformative change was its hybrid gesture button navigation system. Google released Android 10, which is the first Android version known simply by a number, with no dessert theme moniker attached. The stable version of Android 10 was released on September 3, 2019. It is the 18th version of Android mobile operating system, which was released on 8 September 2020. Android 12 not released yet, but is expected to be released on October 4, 2021. That's all the topic we will study today. We have discussed about what is an Android, the features of Android operating system, and the Android versions. I hope that students can understand each subtopic that has been discussed about getting started with Android. Thank you.